Across medieval Europe, castles rose like giants over forests, rivers, and villages. Today, they stand in ruins. But in their time, they were alive. They were centers of power, military strongholds, and homes to entire communities. This is the real story of life inside a medieval castle. Every castle began with a single purpose: defense. Massive walls, hidden passages, and narrow staircases created a maze designed to confuse attackers. But for the people who lived inside, these defenses shaped their everyday world. Rooms were cold and dimly lit. Windows were tiny, built for archers, not for comfort. And privacy was almost non-existent. To live in a castle meant learning to adapt to stone, silence, and constant vigilance. At the center of the castle stood the Lord, the ruler of the land. He commanded armies, managed justice, negotiated alliances, and ensured the loyalty of those beneath him. His day was filled with meetings, disputes, and responsibilities. Beside him, the lady of the castle held her own authority. She oversaw hundreds of tasks, managing servants, planning meals, directing textile production, preparing chambers for guests, and organizing ceremonies. Together, they maintained a delicate balance of order and control inside the fortress. Behind the scenes, a vast network of servants kept the castle functioning. They rose before sunrise and worked long after nightfall. In the kitchens, enormous fires burned day and night, cooks preparing meals for dozens or hundreds. Blacksmiths repaired armor and forged tools. Carpenters maintained roofs, ladders, and siege equipment. Stable hands tended horses that were essential for war and travel. Guards patrolled the walls endlessly, while maids scrubbed floors, carried water, and maintained the Great Hall. Though often invisible, their labor sustained every breath of castle life. Daily meals were humble: grains, cheese, vegetables, and preserved meats. But when visitors arrived or a celebration was held, the castle came alive. The Great Hall became a theater of power. Long tables filled with roasted game, fish, pastries, and exotic spices. Musicians played, banners hung from the walls. The air buzzed with conversation and ambition. Seating was strategic. Every person's place reflected status, alliances, and rivalries. A feast was more than dinner. It was a political message, a performance meant to impress friends and intimidate enemies. For noble children, the castle was both a school and a testing ground. Boys trained in riding, swordsmanship, hunting, and the code of chivalry. Girls learned etiquette, management, and skills needed to run large households. Their futures were shaped by duty, alliances, arranged marriages, and the expectations of their family. And then there were moments when everything changed. When war reached the castle walls, the fortress transformed into a prison of necessity. Doors were barred, food was rationed, and fear became a constant companion. Sieges could stretch on for weeks or months. Disease, hunger, and exhaustion spread quickly. For the people trapped inside, survival depended on discipline, supplies, and the hope that help would arrive before the walls fell. Despite the harshness, there was a steady rhythm to castle life. The chapel acted as a spiritual center. Daily prayers marked the passage of time. Morning, midday, and evening. Faith offered stability, structure, and a sense of purpose, reminding everyone, from lord to servant, that their lives were part of something larger. Life inside a medieval castle was not the romantic dream we imagine today. It was difficult, disciplined, and often dangerous. But it was also a world of order, community, tradition, and resilience. Behind every stone wall and torchlit corridor, people lived, worked, hoped, and endured under the shadow of their fortress. If you enjoyed this journey into the Middle Ages, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more history brought to life. Your support helps us uncover more forgotten worlds.